That evening, when Elias knocked 3 times, she didn't open the door right away. When she finally did, she was crying. "You shouldn't have done that," she said. He stood quietly in the hallway. "Yes," he replied. "I should have. It was too much." "No, you don't get to decide that." His voice softened. "I think I do." "Why?" The hallway went silent. Then Elias said the words he had been holding for years. "Because I love you." Amara stopped breathing. He continued before fear could swallow him. "I love the way you listen to the world. I love how you remember small things. I love how you make silence feel safe." His voice broke. "And I love who I am when I'm with you." Amara reached for him. This time he let her take his hand. "I love you too," she whispered. Elias closed his eyes. For one perfect second, he almost believed it could last. The weeks before the surgery felt like a dream. Amara was terrified, excited, hopeful. Elias came to every appointment. He filled out forms. He memorized instructions. He made bad jokes in waiting rooms because he knew she was scared. But as the surgery date came closer, he grew quieter. Amara noticed. "You're pulling away," she said one night. "I'm here." "That's not what I mean." He looked at her, though she couldn't see it. His eyes were full of a fear he hated himself for having. "What happens after?" he asked. "After what?" "After you can see." She smiled gently. "Then I'll finally know what color your eyes are." He looked away. "And if you don't like what you see?" Her face changed. "Elias, I need to ask." "No, you don't." "I do." She stood, reaching carefully until she found him. "I didn't fall in love with your face." He swallowed hard. "You don't know that yet." "Yes, I do." But he didn't believe her. Not because she was lying. Because the world had taught him too many times that sight changes things. The surgery happened on a Thursday morning. Elias sat in the waiting room for 7 hours. He did not eat. He did not move. He just held the scarf Amara had worn into the hospital and stared at the floor. When the doctor came out, Elias stood too quickly. "It went well," the doctor said. Elias closed his eyes. "She'll need time. The bandages come off tomorrow." Tomorrow, that word stayed with him. Tomorrow, Amara would see the world again. Tomorrow, she would see sunlight. Her own hands. Her apartment. Her reflection. And him. That night, Elias sat beside her hospital bed. Amara was still weak from the surgery. Her eyes were covered, but she smiled when she heard him. "You're here." "Always," he said. She reached for his hand. "When they take the bandages off tomorrow, I want you to be the first person I see." He couldn't speak. "Promise me," she said. Elias held her hand with both of his. Then he kissed her fingers softly. "I love you," he whispered. "I love you too." She fell asleep smiling, and Elias stayed until dawn. Then he left. When Amara woke, the room felt too quiet. She turned her head. "Elias?" No answer. A nurse came in, then the doctor. They spoke gently. They explained what would happen next. Amara kept asking the same question. "Where is he?" No one knew. Finally, the bandages came off. At first, there was only light, painful, blinding, beautiful. The world came back slowly. Shapes, colors, faces, tears. The doctor smiled. Amara saw a face for the first time in 12 years, but it wasn't his. She turned toward the chair beside the bed. Empty. On the small table near the window was a folded note. Her name was written on it. Amara reached for it with trembling hands. The handwriting was careful, familiar. "Dear Amara, by the time you read this, you will have seen the morning. I wish I had been brave enough to stand there and let you see me too. But I have spent most of my life watching people change the moment they looked at me. Their voices softened, their eyes shifted, their kindness became careful, and I could survive that from strangers, but not from you. You loved me in a way I never thought anyone could. You loved my voice, my silence, my hands, my heart. You loved the person I was when I forgot to be afraid. And selfishly, I wanted to remain that person in your memory. Not because I don't trust your love, but because I was afraid of what fear had already done to mine. Please don't think you were not enough to make me stay. You were the first place I ever felt whole. But some people spend so long hiding from the world. They don't know how to be seen. I paid for your sight because you deserved to see the sun again. Not because I wanted anything in return. Not even forever. Especially not forever. Live, Amara. See everything. The rain, the trees, the faces of people who love you. And when you remember me, don't remember what I was afraid to show you. Remember this. You once told me you loved the man who made the darkness less lonely. That was me. And loving you was the brightest thing I ever did. Elias. Amara read the letter once, then again. Then a third time through tears so heavy the words blurred. For weeks she searched for him. She went to his apartment. Empty. The landlord said he had moved out 2 days before the surgery. She called every number she had. Disconnected. She asked the hospital. No forwarding address. Elias had vanished from her life the same way he had entered it. Quietly. But unlike the first time, he left behind a silence she could not understand. Months passed. Amara learned the world all over again. She saw the color of rain clouds, the silver of morning light. The red scarf Elias had once said made her look braver than the weather. She saw her own face in the mirror and cried because she looked older than she remembered. But every beautiful thing carried his absence. She would see flowers and think Elias would have described these better. She would hear rain and remember his voice. She would pass a bakery and stop breathing for a moment. Then one evening, nearly a year later, Amara received a small envelope with no return address. Inside was a photograph. Old, faded. It showed a teenage boy standing beside two smiling parents. Before the accident, before the fire, before the world taught him to hide. On the back, Elias had written, "I wanted you to see me once, not as I became, not as I feared, but as someone who was loved before he was broken." Amara pressed the photograph to her chest, and for the first time, she understood. Elias had not left because he doubted her love. He left because he had never learned how to receive it. Years later, people would ask Amara if she ever fell in love again. She would smile gently. Sometimes she said no. Sometimes she said yes. But the truth was more complicated. She had loved a man she never truly saw. And somehow, he had shown her more of life than anyone else. On rainy days, she still sat by the window. She still listened, even though she could see now. Because some things are not remembered by sight. Some people stay in the sound of rain, in the pause before a knock, in the warmth of a cup left beside your hand, in the letter you read until the paper softens, and in the quiet truth that love does not always stay. Sometimes, love gives you back the world, then disappears before you can thank it. Because some people don't believe they are worthy of being seen, even by the ones who would have loved them anyway.